What's up guys, I'm Fire, and today I'm going to show you a pretty cool spot to put spawn beacons down when you start a game on the US side. Because the US side gets a very big disadvantage of being on this carrier at the beginning, and they're going to easily get killed by crossing this. Now I want to show you a really cool spot to put a spawn beacon to really help out your team, to be the effective recon and help out your team the most you can. So what you're going to do is come over here, and normally people would go all the way up to the other side and go up the ramp over there. And usually a lot of people go up here and then easily get shot in the back by a tank. Now I wanted to show you guys this little spot that's actually underneath this little bridge here. You can actually go in here. All you have to do is jump over like this and place a spawn beacon right inside. There's not going to be a paradrop or anything because you're going to have a roof over your head. And the only way to get out is to duck down and crawl right out. So that's a really good spot to put it in, and it actually, not a lot of people do it, and I've seen a few people, but not enough to say that everyone knows about, so hopefully you guys can test this out and see how it works for you. Alright guys, so I want to show you another good spot to put a spawn beacon. A lot of people like to put their spawn beacon right in this little area right here, but it's not a very good spot because it can easily be heard, and also since this is a very good road to use the tanks on, it's going to be seen very easily. So that's a very common mistake that a lot of people use, and that's not actually a good spot to put it in. A really nice one is somewhere over here. Over here across this bridge is a very good spot as well. You can put it over here. You can put it inside this little area. So you spawn inside, and it's away from everybody, and it's a very nice place to put it. However, you do have to take that long run all the way to Charlie, but at least you'll be able to spawn behind the enemy lines. You can also put it over here as well. But it's also a very good place to put your spawn beacon, and you can switch your squad. Tell them, hey, spawn on my beacon, I'm over here behind the enemy. They'll be able to spawn on you, and so that way your LAV and Amtrak will be able to get onto the field and capture objectives with you. The only thing that you have to worry about is not being seen. Alright guys, and I'm going to show you another good place to put a spawn beacon in order to save your squad and your team from being spawn trapped in that little area right there. Now the best place that I've found that you can put a spawn beacon is in this area, in these two spots right here. You can put one right here, you can put one right there, and then you allow your team to spawn on it. Now you don't have to put it inside here, you don't have to be inside any of these little crates. You can actually even put it in the back, so that way your squad will be able to fly inside. Since it also has a ramp that leads up to the bridge, you can also make your LAV go all the way in the back where I just taught what I taught you about, and place a spawn beacon right over there as well. That's also another good place to put it. Alright, so now I'm going to show you a common mistake that a lot of people do when they're as they're playing Recon. A lot of people like to get in the Little Bird or fly as a passenger in the Little Bird and like to fly on the roof of this warehouse right here on Bravo. A lot of people like to do that, and a lot of people like to also do this. There goes a perfectly good Little Bird gone because of somebody just wanting to get up here. And then they like to snipe from up here, and then they don't do much about it. They don't know how to do it. And then they place a spawn beacon, which allows their team to spawn on it, yes, but it's also a very bad spot because they're easy targets for good snipers that know how to snipe. So look at this. You're going to be at this spot on the roof. You're going to have all of Charlie and all of Alpha looking at you, especially tanks that are just coming up this hill as well if they wanted to. And you're going to be an easy target, and you're always going to be like this. You're always going to be doing this. You're going to be ducking down and taking cover all the time, and then taking up, taking cover, and not doing anything for your team. And when I see an enemy right here, it's easy picking for me because I usually snipe them from Charlie, and it's really easy. That's why I do not recommend this a lot. Only if the enemy has no idea that you're even up here, especially if they're all noobs. But this is a good spot, but it's not very good because you're easily going to be seen, and you're probably going to be sniped in less than a few minutes. Another thing that people like to do, especially in Rush, is be on this spot right here. They like to be right here. For some reason, I don't know why, but they like to do this, and that's why I do not want you to do that. Another good spot that a lot of people like to take advantage of is this one right here. And even though, yes, it is a good spot, you are barely even seen, and you have an amazing view but it's also an easy picking for good snipers. Alrighty, now I'm going to show you another good spot to place a beacon down in the canals. What you're going to do is come over here and place a beacon right in this little house right here. You can put it in any direction. I recommend putting it right here, only because when you place it down and you're going to spawn in, you're going to have a good view of the door. A lot of people like to put it on this side right here, but if a tank knows that you're going to have a beacon in here, they're going to shoot right there, and it's going to make a giant hole right there, and it's going to make it super easy to see your beacon. So putting it right here behind cover, and you're going to have the ability to see through this door. Not many people will be behind there, only if you're being spawn killed from your carrier. So that's a really good spot to put it in. Another good spot to put it in is over here. Alright, so you're trying to get alpha, and that's the only one you have left. A good spot to put a spawn beacon is right over here in this little area. With that, your team will be able to spawn in right next to alpha, and it'll be constantly coming in, and the only way you can be seen is through right there. That is why I recommend putting it right on this side, because you don't have that much of a line of sight when a tank's coming down this way, especially infantry as well. So having it right on this edge over here, you can face it that way or this way, it doesn't matter. Or you can also place it right over there. It's even better. Alright guys, well I hope this video was helpful, and make sure you smack that like button before you go. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more Battlefield 3 related videos. You guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the battlefield.